Hi, I'm Dan Cooper, Head Grill Master for Weber UK. Like everybody else, we've been at home now for nearly 3 weeks. Traditionally, Easter is a time where you'd sit down and have a really special meal with the family. Now, obviously, things are a bit different this year, but I'm going to show you in this video how to roast an amazing leg of lamb outside on your barbecue to hopefully raise everybody's spirits. To me, a whole leg of lamb screams Easter Sunday, and what we're going to do is we're going to stud it with garlic and rosemary. I know it's not going to be possible for everyone to get hold of a big leg of lamb like this. You can do it with smaller and different cuts of lamb, and also do this studded technique with chicken, pork, and even beef. The first step is to use a very sharp, pointed knife to make some little cuts into the leg of lamb. So we're just going to take the knife, place it in quite firmly, twist the blade, and bring it out. And we're going to repeat this all over the leg. Next, we're going to just take the cloves of garlic and put them right into those little cuts. And you see how deeply they go in? They're going to bring that lovely, deep garlic flavour right into the centre of the piece of meat, which is exactly what we want. Once you've managed to put all the garlic cloves into the leg, we're then going to insert the rosemary. These are such classic flavours, and even though I sometimes mix it up by using different herbs and spices, I always return to using garlic, rosemary and salt. It really is the most beautiful marriage. The next step is I want to add a little glug of olive oil over the lamb, and this is really to help the seasoning stick to the meat. If we don't add the oil, what will happen is the salt and the pepper will just fall away and won't actually impregnate into the meat. So we're just going to rub that all over, and we're finally going to add a really good douse of lovely coarse sea salt, and then again this is freshly ground black pepper, and we're just going to put that all over the meat. So that is ready now for the barbecue. Have a little look at that. So to make my gravy, I'm going to add some carrots, and we've also got a red onion. I'm going to place those in, and this onion's going to be delicious because when it cooks down, it's going to go all gooey and sticky and sweet. I'm now going to add half a pint of chicken stock and a glass of red wine. So remember, the way this is going to cook is the lamb is going to sit above the tray of gravy, dripping all its fat and juices into that gravy, really helping to create the flavour and make it taste really lammy. So I'm going to go and set that up on the barbecue now. We're using the indirect method. So half a chimney starter of lit briquettes on either side of the grill, and we're aiming for a barbecue temperature of 180 to 200 degrees. Now we're going to cook the gravy in the bottom on the coal grate. So the gravy is just going to go right down here below, and you just want to gently put that into position. And now we're going to add the cooking grate. The cooking grate sits over the coals and over the tray of gravy. So it's really important to know what's going on in terms of temperature. We really recommend that you use a thermometer. You can use a small digital probe, but I'm using a smart grilling hub. This works with a brand new app called Weber Connect. This is the probe. So place that probe into the deepest part of the meat, and that is going to give my phone notifications throughout the cooking process, giving me updates as to how the lamb is doing. So I've got about an hour and 45 minutes until that leg of lamb's ready. So I'm going to go in and get my side dishes ready and start setting the table. So I've just had an alert on my phone. It's telling me that the lamb is up to 60 degrees. It's been in for about an hour and 45 minutes. So let's take a little look. Oh, that is smelling absolutely delicious. I can get the garlic and the rosemary and that sweet smell of the lamb fat. It looks beautiful. I'm just going to remove the probe, and then we're going to take that lovely leg of lamb off. And if you just look where the lamb was, underneath, you can see the gravy. Remember, the gravy takes the same amount of time to cook as the leg of lamb does. So I'm going to take this inside, let it rest, and then deal with the gravy. So once the gravy pan has cooled a little bit, I'm just going to sieve all those vegetables, keeping them to one side and getting all that liquid in the pan below. I'm then just going to reduce this liquid a little bit on top of the hob just to thicken it up. So the gravy is thickened up nicely now. If you are struggling to thicken your gravy, you can of course add a little bit of flour and water, and that can sometimes help things. I'm just going to pour my gravy into the jug, and we should see that lovely glistening meat. And you can see the garlic, which is embedded itself in the meat. It's going to be giving all that flavour. This is certainly more meat than me and the family will be able to eat in one sitting, but we're going to use it throughout the week. It's a brilliant, versatile meat that can be used in so many different dishes. And that is a fine Easter lamb. I really hope that you enjoyed our roast lamb video. Remember, you can find all the recipes at Weber.com. Next week, we're going to be showing you how you can create a fantastic recipe using only a few ingredients that you're likely to have in your store cupboard. So until then, happy Easter.